y'all, it's your girl Angel Marie. I hope all has been well. I hope Thanksgiving was amazing. And as we get back into it, I just want to remind you, everything is going to be okay. Maybe I'm reminding myself. But anyway, I was like literally thinking today, I was just like, oh my gosh, like I am so happy with how I bounce back from situations. And I'm not saying it in a way where I'm like superwoman or anything like that. But one thing that I always focus on in my life is like the future. And obviously you need to stop, smell the roses, and be present. But for me, when it comes to tough situations or situations where I feel like I don't know what I'm about to do, I remind myself like this situation is temporary. It's gonna be okay. Whether that's friendships that's ending, relationships that's ending, bad times with family, whatever. And specifically with the end of relationships, I have to remind myself this pain that you're feeling in this moment is not gonna last. It's not. It's gonna be temporary. It will be gone, honestly, a week, 2 weeks. It might not be completely gone, but you'll start to feel better. And one quote that always like stuck with me and made me kind of think about this was like, we always view the past better than it was, the future worse than it is, and the present less resolved than it will be. Basically, when we reflect on the past, we think about the good times. In the present, we see all the problems. In the future, sometimes you can't even see what, you just don't know. And for me, I always took that quote like, you know what, the past, there's some days in the past you couldn't pay me to relive it, even if it was my last day. I'm always trying to be real with myself, and like the past, it seems like, oh, the good days, the good old days, but there were a lot of terrible days as well. And the future is so unpredictable. There's so much that can go on. It's so much, like, you just don't know how your life is going to change. But what I do know, in this present moment, I'm living a much better life than I did in the past. And so for that, it always reminds me, so if I'm living better than I was in the past, I just know the future has to be better. And even if it comes with situations and whatever, I know the storm does not last, honey. Things are temporary. And so when I put myself in the mindset of like thinking about the future and how like what I'm feeling, whether it's a failed relationship or whatever, these emotions to that feeling is not gonna last. The person who hurt me won't be on my mind. Like, we go through things, we grow through things. And it's not easier said than done, because hey, trust me, in the moment, my heart, my soul, my mind be like shattered. But one thing I always look forward to is in the future. I look forward to the moment I'm over this problem, because trouble does not last always. And yeah, that's like one of my biggest things. And so what really registered and made me think about that is I decided to go journal today. There's this online journal platform that you can use. And so November 1st, 2nd, 3rd, your girl was going through it. Emotions was hurt. I was questioning everything. I was like, why me? And it was just like, you know, why do I feel like I attract certain people? It'll be a different topic for a different day. But it was just like, why? And it's so funny because going in there today, it was more of like, I told you things were gonna get better. I told you this moment would not last. You're happier. You're over that person you didn't think you would be. You're breathing. You're eating. You're sleeping. Well, these days, I don't let nobody disturb my sleep, honey. I don't care who you are. I'm getting my 8 hours of sleep. I might go a little late, but I'm getting them 8 hours of sleep. And so for that, it's just like, even in the midst of a heartbreak, everything is gonna be okay. And it's okay to allow yourself to feel those emotions, cry about it throughout the day, cry about it for a couple of days. Don't get up early. Don't force yourself to try to move past something. Really sit in those emotions and feel those emotions. That is gonna be the easiest way for me personally, in my opinion, to detox what I'm feeling. I can't detox it by bottling it all in. But at some point it does get to, all right, time. You done cried about it, you done had your sad moment, now it's time to keep pushing. So yeah, one thing I always remind myself, it's gonna be okay. Y'all, yeah, if I could sing, it would be over for y'all. Yeah, and so I don't know, I just, you know, I hope this helps someone, especially like me. I consider myself to be one of the strong friends, and that's one thing in this situation in life that I'm realizing, okay, you want people to show up their most vulnerable self, you also have to be willing. And I don't know, I like to self-soothe a lot. I like to I like to, what's the word I'm looking for? I like to nurse myself back to health. I mean, I've always done it. I've always just been able to cope with myself and deal with things, not in a negative way. I don't go out and sleep with 1,000 people. I don't go do drugs. I don't go drink my life away. I literally sit in my emotions, tell myself it's gonna be okay, look at the situation for what it was, appreciate what it was, let go of what it was, and keep it moving forward. But I do tell myself, like, I have to learn how to be more vulnerable with people around me and let them know, you know, I'm not actually okay. And like, even for this past Thanksgiving, I actually did not do anything with any family. I didn't want to be around people. I didn't want people asking me questions about anything, life, dating, school, career. I didn't want to deal with that pressure. And not that, you know, I know people are just innocently trying to make conversation, but for me it was just like, I'm not mentally in a space for that. So I literally did not do anything from Thanksgiving. I sat at home with my puppy, watched movies, enjoyed myself. And then at night, like 8 p.m. at night, I went and saw a friend who was in town because I knew she wasn't gonna be here long. But had she not been in town, I would have been in my bed. I would have been on my couch with my puppy, chilling all day. So, you know, yeah, you gotta go through your stuff sometimes. You gotta go through it. But at the end of it, at the end of the road, it's gonna be something better waiting for you. Trouble does not last always. That's what I tell myself. Alright, yeah, I'm starting to yap at this point. But yeah, so yeah, for me, if I'm ever in a place where I feel like this is too much, and sometimes things really do feel like it's too much, but I always remind myself, trouble do not last always. Good things are coming, good things are on the way. You have to go through the test, and in order to have a testimony, you can't speak on what you don't know. You can't speak on what you have not experienced. Until you experience things, you don't know what you want, what you do want. You don't know whether you have boundaries, you don't have boundaries. You don't know a lot of stuff. And so situations happen in order to see who you truly are as a person. For me, I always like to bring it back to me, because honey, for me, things happen to me because it's teaching me lessons. It's teaching me to love myself more. It's teaching me to have boundaries. It's teaching me to never be desperate for something that's not even love. So I appreciate those lessons. In the moment, I do not, but I do eventually. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, engage with me. I want to hear your opinion. I want to, like, what do you think? Am I crazy? Nah, I'm not crazy. But yeah, till next time, bye. I hope you all enjoyed that video. If you did, please like, subscribe, comment, send it to a homegirl. Let's be real with her. And if you didn't, keep strolling.